Now, Leaf, I can't wait to hear your response to
I
this.
bet she's like not even Japanese.
Every single time I talk about how the bento box is a symbol of Japanese women's oppression, I get a ton of hate comments. Everyone always tells me that it's just a lunchbox.
there's Leaflet powering down already.
Well, like,
Just,
okay, think about how stupid this is. Okay, I mean, like, I'm assuming she's talking about like wives making bento boxes for their husbands and girls making them for their loved ones, right? What is wrong with presenting your loved ones something that will nourish them? Like, I just like like you have to have like some next level, like just broken brain to not see that, like, what an honor that is actually to like give someone you love something that they will enjoy and something that will sustain them through the day. Like that's such a fucking honor. And they're saying that it's awful, like it's some kind of cage, and like that. Jeez, people are mental.
it's part of the patriarchy in Japan. There we go.
Hate comments. Everyone always tells me that it's just a lunchbox and that it's not that deep. But it is. And I'm going to take you down with me. Because the
I mean, talk.
She's taking us all down with her giant forehead. She's sinking the ship.
You mean five head she has over there? This idea of like, no. Everybody else is wrong but me. And I'm the one who's right about bento boxes. Like, okay.
These people don't understand
because
what
the
love
bento
is.
box is
No, of course not. Of course not. And life and love is bento boxes.
with me. Because the bento box is also a symbol of Japanese empire. Patriarchy in any country is always going to be closely linked to nationalism because women quite literally make humans and are socializing them for the next generation of laborers. So the amount of love and effort that you put into your bento box is not only a representation of how much you love your child, but it is also a direct correlation with how much you love your country.
Could you imagine the bento box that she would make for anybody?
Holy fuck.
You okay, Leaflet? You all right? I saw you
These
just
people
kind
are
of.
retarded. It's
I
unreal.
know.
They don't understand love. That's the problem with that. They have no love in their heart for anybody, including themselves.
I think you nailed it. I think that's what it comes down to with all these people who are just insufferable. They have
I'd love to
daddy
ask them.
issues. Yeah,
I'd love
they
to
have-
ask them just straight up, like, what is love? What does that mean?
I think that if you, with most of people like this, I think that's the question. Who hurt you? Who hurt you? What happened? Like, legit, I'm not kidding when I say this. Like, do you have a good relationship with your father? That's probably the number one question that I would ask. Do you love your parents? Do your parents love you?
You love anybody, anyone. Do you love anybody, like at all, like yourself, anybody? And what does that mean? If you say that if you do love people, then what define that? What do you mean by love?
Hey, she loves somebody, and that person is her. That's
I don't
who
even
she
know
loves.
I don't even know if that's true. Like,
Let's Leaf, maybe there's some logic here. Who knows?
Man.
Maybe she's gonna turn you here by the time
so
it's all said and done.
irritating.
Country. Because those lunchboxes are not only beautiful, but they're also really well thought out in terms of nutrition. So there's this spirit of wanting to raise these really strong and healthy citizens for the nation.
Wait, what? Wait, what's bad about that? What? What a fucking honor! What an honor! No, I'm serious. Like what greater duty is there in life than that? Than something like that? What fucking Telos? Like, that's crazy. Like,
I listen to what she says here. This, like, she's gonna find a way to poke a hole in this idea of loving your country here and delivering nutritious food to your children.
Because those lunchboxes are not only beautiful, but they're also really well thought out in terms of nutrition. So there's this spirit of wanting to raise these really strong and healthy citizens for the nation.
Horrible.
you mean your kids?
Right?
You
right.
mean
Your
you want to
children?
give your kids the maximum like potential in their life, like, and that's like somehow like related to the patriarchy putting their fucking boot on your neck? Like, what the fuck is this mental like illness? Like, this is unreal.
Well, here it is. Here's why.
Whenever I read motherhood blogs or magazines, I always get the ick because it just reeks
course
of
you do.
nationalism. Whether it's subconscious or not, I think a lot of mothers do have this pride about the fact that while their husbands are going out and quite literally sacrificing their lives and their bodies for the economy
I
of the
want to
country,
put everyone in
they get to
camps.
stay
I want to put everyone in camps. Is my response to this.
Yeah, everybody goes in a camp and you just
Everyone's
gotta-
going into a camp.
Okay.
I'm done.
home, and they are literally raising citizens. They're raising the next generation of laborers. So within this context, motherhood is considered to be just as valuable as what the men are doing, what the husbands are doing. So
Yeah,
for someone
wait,
like
it's
me who teaches
Important.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
what the f? Like what in the nani is going on here? Like I just,
Think about this really quick. Listen to what she says. It's always comes back to her.
what the husbands are doing. So for someone like me who teaches gender in Japan, it's really, really difficult for me to come in and say, hey, that's actually oppression. Because oppression starts to feel empowering if you've been taught that your sacrifices are being made for the country. So it is that deep. And
Dude,
I'm going to continue to talk about this until people start getting it.
this is people completely like fucking the concept of duty. Like it's unreal. It's like, do you not care about anything beyond yourself? Beyond yourself, like are you trying to seek fulfillment and like things that don't matter? Like I'm just, what greater honor is there than to like move things into the future? This is ridiculous. Like this is so bad.
The answer is narcissism. They just want power and they just want to focus on me, me, me. They don't care what comes out of their mouth as long as they get clicks and also the answer is just narcissism constantly.
Well, even then, like what is that? What is that? Like even if your whole point is like you want this like for yourself, right? Like anything that you do here, it just ends when you die. You know, and it's kind of like it's very short-sighted even from a narcissistic standpoint. Like it this is like some true delusion. Like
What's the Japanese version of ice? Because
I
nothing would
don't
made me. I would have loved to seen in the middle of her video, just like, and then she's like, "I gotta go," and then they're like, "Time to leave, crazy witch." They just,
I like that they call her a crazy witch. I like that.
it is boot her ass right out of Japan. That's
What
the
a-
way to go, man.
what a subversion. Like it's like seriously, like to think about what she's saying. Okay, she's
Yeah.
saying that, you know, raising kids into the future, giving your kids the maximum level of potential so that your country can have its maximum potential. She's saying that that's bad. Instead, you should like, and this is where else is there to go but this? Instead, you should give yourself up to, you should give up yourself to personal pleasure and corporation. Like, what is this? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, man. It's like they're everywhere. These psychos are everywhere. And the fact that they're in Japan, that like I don't understand how. Apparently, she's half Japanese, so I guess she can't.
Well,
be
she's full
booted.
retarded. How about that?
There you go. There you go. I just wow.
I would love to debate this person.
We should find. I just searched to see who exactly she is,
Holy fuck.
and I don't think that's the right person.
God bless you and your patience, Leaf. That's impressive.
No, the reason why it's not even like because I want to convince them or anything. Like I want to understand.
Oh, 100%.
You know, I
No,
want
I'm
to get
saying.
in there and
Props to you.
understand like what makes you think this, because it's so dumb. You know, like I want to know. Like
I
I'm
think
so
it's
curious.
narcissism. It's being a narcissist and an algorithm. Those two things. You could see that just that trajectory, and the world just went on fire with those two things. Everything became reality TV. Everything became just say and do whatever to get clicks, and because that gets ahead of the algorithm, and so we're just like crazy. Just keeps getting amplified and amplified and amplified, and then that encourages other people to amplify their insanity and narcissism. It's just this never-ending loop.
I have like this big theory of everything on the internet and how things all went south from humanity not really being prepared for social media.
Uh huh.
And Oh wait, do you want to hear it? It's kind of
Yes,
long, but
absolutely.
whatever.
Please, yeah.
Basically, like humanity, right? Prior to the current like social media age, we were kind of more localized, like as you know, as a species, right? So like you're compared to like people within your in real life friend group, right? So there's always like some skill that you are really good at, right? When you're comparing like your small town, um, maybe you're the best at, let's just like use something dumb here, like you're the best at Halo, right? And you could take pride that like you were the best at Halo in like your little friend group, right? Or whatever skill that is, cooking, mechanics, whatever. Now, when you expand that with social media, now that localized friend group is now global. So now you're competing with like the top 0.01% of people, right? So now it's like, oh, look at this person's life, 0.01% top. Now you're comparing to that rather than to people in your localized friend group. And so like what happens is you start to feel like you have no purpose in this world. Like there's no place for you because you're not good at anything and you just fucking suck, right? So you're just like, what is my purpose? What is my life? What is my telos in like existence? And then what that turns into after that, right, is now society provides you with a couple options. Like one of them being, have you considered that the reason all of this is happening to you is because you haven't been you the whole time? Have you thought about maybe changing yourself in a really fundamental way that might actually fix all of this, right? So now you have all of these identity issues coming up, right? And all of these identity issues are based on the idea that you have to change yourself into something else, and then you will realize your telos, like your reason of life. You will realize that. But what happens is these people realize that it's not real. And so what happens is you then go back and realize like, wait, I'm actually the same person as before. It didn't actually change anything, but now I'm worse off. And this is why you see like in the studies, you see high like self-isekai rates. I don't know like if I can say, the word, but self-isekai rates of not only trans people, but did you know that another group that's also like nearly, I don't know if it's like, it's a very high percentage is furries. So if you think about like both of those things, they both deal with that identity thing, right? So that's one side of it. The other side of it is submit yourself. Your entire telos, your reason of existence, is this idea and this movement, right? And so that's why they give themselves completely to like whatever that movement is, because that becomes their reason of existence. And now I'm going to wrap this all up. It makes sense when they say to you that speech is violence, because it literally is for them. Like if from their point of view, you are deconstructing like their will to live, therefore killing them.